Greetings once again. Sorry that I had to cut that video because I had a very important call that was coming through. It was an update, and I want to make sure that I give people accurate information and the most up-to-date information that we have. We are in this together, and we are working closely with the Gambia Press Union to make sure that we got the latest information and make sure that we follow due process and the protocol. Just like I was explaining earlier, Gambian Talents Promotion and Gttv is providing an internship for the young people of the country. And a lot of them have benefited from this. In the past 1.5 years, we have trained nothing less than 75 young people. We have over 25 of them on payroll who are currently employed by Gambian Talents. And a good number of them, about 10 or 15, are actually working at other media houses, local and online. And others are currently self-employed, which we are very proud of. Now, at no single time do we have less than 100 applications sitting on our desk. We can only take between 20 to 30 young people, depending. This minute, as we speak, that's where we are. One of the young people who is a keen follower of our page, is happy with the internship, and he expressed interest to be part of it. Sheriffo Faye, as I mentioned earlier, who has been arrested, he expressed interest to be part of this internship program, and we told him that he needed to come to the Greater Banjul area since it is not available in Basse at this time. He was going to do that. Corona came, and that made it impossible until this minute. But then he continued to persist, and he continues to be in touch and covering certain things that were happening in Basse. So a couple of days ago, he reached out to me again and said, hey, this thing is coming up this weekend, and I want to be able to cover it on behalf of Gambian Talents. The challenge that I have, as of yesterday, he told me the challenge that he has is a lot of people don't take him serious because he does not have a press card. And I told him that we would love to give you a press card, but we cannot make it for you if you don't come over. He needed to come over to the Greater Banjul area. We signed some documents with him and make him a press card, and that would make him officially become a team member. Now, the past few months, if you watch Gambian Talents, you will see that we've been posting a lot of short videos and pictures of what is happening in Basse. Thanks to Sheriffo, he's the one that's been doing it. As I said in the previous video that I cut earlier, our internship works a certain way. It's 75% practicals and 25% theory. And it is important for people to know this. That's why sometimes when folks see some of these reports done by our interns, they don't know. You criticize, and it's okay. Call them names, unprofessionals, join the list, etc. But I can guarantee you that we have trained a lot of those join the list now who are actually working at other media houses. And this is something that we are very proud of. We allow these young people who return from the back way, irregular migration, to come and make mistakes on our platform, and we rectify them. They make mistakes, we rectify them until they polish their skills, and by the time they finish their 1 year, they must have had the basics that they need to actually get the job done in the most basic professional way. We also support school dropouts, young people who did not finish school. And that is why you see we have multiple programs in different languages. English is not their strength because a lot of them are school dropouts and stuff. So when they speak English, they may not get it together a lot. But when they present programs in the local languages that they understand, you are usually happy. And that's why we have several programs in Mandinka, in Wolof, in Aku, in Fula, in Jola, different languages. And we are very proud of that. We empower them based on their native languages and what they can do. They report events in their native languages. They go out for coverages in their native languages, and they present programs and shows in their native languages. And Sheriffo Faye actually, as of yesterday, we agreed that he was going to come to the Greater Banjul area to get at least 1 week training if the rest of the internship program he's not able to do. Now, he told me about covering these 2 events, and I told him, okay, I gave him my blessing. This morning, he was out covering the maternal mortality march pass in Basse, organized by the midwives and mothers. You would all see, those of you that are following Gambian Talents must have seen that this morning, we covered 2 maternal mortality marches. One of them was the one that was held in the Greater Banjul area, and the other one was the one that was held in Basse, and it was Sheriffo who covered the one in Basse. He successfully did that one, and then proceeded to the Basse Kobakunda Primary School. What was happening there is the government of President Adama Barrow distributing $3,000 to the people. The government of President Adama Barrow was distributing $3,000 to the citizens. I mean, it could be recalled that a couple of months ago, they made an announcement of a relief package that they have for the citizens and that they were going to give people money. So the money for Basse is what was being distributed this morning, this afternoon rather, $3,000. If you watch the video, you will see Sheriffo interviewing people who were expressing their dissatisfaction, who were expressing or exposing some corruption going on at the venue, who were talking about how, I mean, the officials were giving people coupons and giving people some people money and then later asking them for their cut. You saw a young lady called Aissatou Jallow who said her mom was the police officer pushed her mom and was telling the mom, was insulting the mom, and as a result she had to interfere or intervene and said that nobody is gonna insult her mom. These are all clips that are in the video. A guy named Aziz was mentioned as somebody that is supposedly in charge of the program or whatsoever. Basically, Sheriffo was showing us what was happening. And according to the video, if you watch it, somebody was saying something about him covering the place and everything, and he went to approach the guy to actually talk to him. The guy would not talk to him, and eventually, the police, there was some altercation or push and pull between the police and some of the other people. Now, eventually, Sheriffo was arrested. At the end of the video that Sheriffo did, the screen was dark. You can hear voices, but you cannot hear, you cannot see anybody. At the end of the video, they were speaking Sarahule, I think. I don't understand Sarahule. The information I just got right now is that Sheriffo was arrested for 2 things. One is because he doesn't have a press card, and 2 is because he was trying to interview a woman who did not want him to interview. And this is what the GPU had told me, the police PRO said. For the past 3 hours have been back and forward, with the Gambia Press Union. That is why I did not, the past 2.5 hours, that is why I did not jump to conclusion or just jump to come on live or say anything. It is early here in the morning. It was almost 8 o'clock in the morning, which is around 3 p.m. that Sherifo's friend called me. Some guy called Mohammed Sonko, Sherifo's friend, called me from Sherifo's phone. I know I spoke to Sheriffo multiple times this morning. I thought it was him calling me to tell me, give me a report of the coverages that he did, only for his friend to tell me that Sheriffo is arrested, is currently at Basse police station. Who arrested him and what was he arrested for? He said, well, the police did not like. He told me that Sheriffo was doing a coverage of the $3,000 distribution, and of course some people did not like it, and the police came and the police officer was yelling at him, and eventually he exchanged words with the officers, and then his arrest was the officer asked his colleagues for them to arrest him, and then that's how he was taken to the station. This is the information that I got from Sherifo's friend this morning, and that is what we were going by, and I wrote a story a few minutes ago, and in the story that is what we actually said, that we are told that this is what happened. Now, when we engage the Gambia Press Union, they engaged the authorities, and eventually what they came back with is that the authorities said that Sheriffo was arrested because he was filming somebody or wanted to interview somebody who did not want to be interviewed. The second reason is he could not show a press card. The other woman was arrested alongside Sheriffo, and the woman was released. He was kept there because, according to what the GPU told me, he needed a press card. He needs to show them a press card that he was reporting for a media house. I had mentioned earlier that Sheriffo is due to come to the Greater Banjul area. As we speak, a few minutes ago, the reason why I cut this first video I was doing is that I have been informed that his they were processing him to release him. Hopefully he is going to get back to me as soon as he is released. I called him until few minutes ago and did not get hold of him. His phone was off. His friend that I was able to talk to through his phone is not available. We called him both, through WhatsApp and through direct line, and he's not available. But what is certain is he is currently detained and, of course, was with the NIA at the police station helping them with investigations. Now he is being kept there. According to them, they wanted to establish his the authenticity of his claim of being a journalist. Now, even if Sheriffo was an ordinary citizen, he has the right to be in a public place and take whatever he wants to take, a public gathering that is happening. Can he force anybody to talk to him? No. He cannot force anybody to talk to him. He cannot force anybody for him to interview them. But can he cover what is happening if he tries to talk to them and they don't want to talk to him? Fair enough, he can just leave. But this was a program that the government was doing, and it is important that the public know that this is happening. Whoever does not want to be seen in the media should definitely be able to avoid these things. Should you be forced to talk? No. But to show that I'm not going to be here or I'm not going to do this, any ordinary citizen could have been there and taking pictures and videos of the event. Now, Sheriffo did not need a press card to actually do this. He didn't. He didn't need a press card to cover that event for whatever reason. But of course, to add weight to it and to show his, to authenticate that he was working at a media house, it is important that we make him a press card. And I've just explained to you guys earlier at the beginning of this video why his press card was still not being made. He is an intern at Gambian Talents who, of course, is supposed to come and get things officialized. But because of the coronavirus and everything, this was impossible. Now, the video is there on our page. If the police wants, they just don't want to create any problems, or they just want to try to create drama or suppress the dissenting voice looking at things. If you watch the video, almost everybody who spoke in the video were not happy with what happened. We are not happy with the way the thing was, the $3,000 was distributed. They accused the officials of corruption. They accused the officials of nepotism. One of the guys even said that, well, he's not allowed to have the money because he's not a woman, that they are only giving women, and as a result, he has to send some women to go there. One of the ladies who was interviewed said her name is Aissatou Jallow. If you look at the video, she was the first person that Sheriffo interviewed that was yelling. Actually, the second person that was frustrated. According to her, she's not married. They said they're not going to give her money because she's not married and the money is not theirs. This is not my saying. This is what the women are saying. And they accuse the police of some form of dubious activities, whatever the case is. Now, if Sheriffo was the one exposing what these women are saying about the police, and then an hour later, the police end up arresting Sheriffo, we cannot do but conclude that they are trying to suppress the voice of the people. Now, just add one on one. People are talking. They are saying things that is not in favor of the government or about the whole process and what was happening. People are expressing dissatisfaction about this. People are expressing dissatisfaction about the police. And then an hour later or a few minutes later, those same police came to arrest Sheriffo. The math is not adding up here. And this is about the fourth time that Gambian Talents is having an issue about this with government or people that were acting on behalf of the government. Our reporter, Ibrahim Jambang, who was with President Barrow on his Meet the People tour, the last time he was on a tour, was actually abused and beaten by the members of the Barrow youth movement at Makati, at the ferry terminal in Makati. I forgot. Lamin Koto, yes, Lamin Koto. The Janjambure Lamin Koto ferry terminal. Ibrahim Jambang was harassed there. This was sometimes last year. The government promised to do an investigation on this case. Until this minute, nothing was done on it. That whole trip was very frustrating. They waited till last minute before they informed the media. And eventually did not even, it looked like they didn't want us to go. We went through a lot of frustration, and these young people were very passionate and wanted to go and be part of this process. We empowered them. We supported them financially. They had to find their own place to live and everything else besides the transportation that was provided for them. Every other logistics we have to provide for these people. Only at the end of the day for Jambang to be harassed at the place, at the scene. That passed and gone. 3 months later, our cameraman, Ibu Nketa, was also arrested at Tabokoto. For what? Because it was coronavirus, the drivers were on demonstration, and the police were there arresting them. Ibu Nketa took a picture or pictures of the police. They arrested him for that and gave us the running around that whole day, going from one police station to the other. At least for Sheriffo, he is still at Basse police station. We know where he is. Ibu Nketa was transported to 3 different police stations. Eventually, they wasted our time, wasted our day, and released him without any charge, without any bail or whatsoever. That is something we don't appreciate. We condemn it in its highest form. He was doing what he needed to do. And Ibu Nketa had his press card and everything and showed it to them. Still, they arrested him, took him from one police station to the other. From Bundung police to anti-crime to Nema police, eventually where he was Chukuta Nema, where he was eventually released. This is not okay. We condemn it and we don't appreciate it. Now that said, just 2 weeks ago, the National Assembly prevented us and our colleagues from entering the National Assembly chambers because they were supposed to have a debate on the draft constitution. They allowed only 3 media houses to enter. Are all these things that are happening to suppress the voice of the people, to make sure that the Gambian public don't know what is happening or whatsoever? This is not okay. Just yesterday, we got off the phone with Sana Kamara, of course, the media assistant at the office of the president. They waited till the last minute, the day or two before they want to close this, and they told media houses that, well, media houses who are interested to cover the president inauguration of the Hakalang Road can actually apply for this. It took us a couple of days to confirm who we want to send for this thing. By the time we contacted him, he said they have already closed the process. If they don't want to suppress the voice of the people, if they don't really want the media to be missing from their activities and programs, why can they not give the media a week or two in advance if they have these projects going on? But that particular one, it was a day or two that they gave to the media. They always give last-minute notice. But with all this, we make the concerted effort to actually be at these places to cover this. Now, this event, they didn't invite us to this event at Basse, but it was for the public. And we feel it necessary through Sheriffo to actually cover this. If they don't want to suppress the voice of the people, they should not have arrested him. Right now, as we speak, though, I got information through the GPU that the police PRO said they were working on processing his paperwork to actually release him on bail, but he has to show his press card. They didn't charge him with anything, but they are asking him to actually they release him pending him providing proof of a press card with them. This we condemn. They just wasted the boy's time or the man's time. He's a family man. He is a very responsible family man as far as I know. He is one of the most promising young people at Basse at this point. He is engaged in doing a lot of activities in Basse. Just a couple of weeks ago, he was there. He was presented with a lot of materials because he goes around in Basse holding his PA and actually talking to the people, sensitizing them about coronavirus, COVID-19, the importance of washing their face, the importance of putting off masks and all of this. He is doing a lot for the community of Basse. He lacks the professional training and wants Gambian Talents TV, Gambian Talents Promotion to train him. We accepted him wholeheartedly and will be glad to train him and have started training him. We don't want this thing to be done. Now, both Sheriffo and his family can be traumatized by this. He can change his mind. This is what he's passionate about. This is what he wants to do. Nilen de def, this suppress niti wala ragal lolen, suko defe kuku du buga neka at lim buga neka. He is very passionate about being a journalist. Just 2 months ago, when our guys went to, in July, when our team, Ida Kebe and others went to, when they went to the 4 corners of the country to do an investigation about the, if the Gambia has really closed her borders with Senegal, Sheriffo was the one taking them around in Basse. He was even in the video. You heard him interviewing and talking to different people. I mean, there. That was an experience for him. He was very excited to see himself in the documentary at the end of the day. He took them to the Senegal, Gambia's border with Senegal. Allow len or dimbele len ben duga bir Senegal. All of that actually had happened during the investigation. This is like less than 2 months ago. That video we played just 2 weeks ago, Silen ko play. So he is very instrumental and is actually passionate about this. Now, suko jabaram gise, suko domam yi gise, suko mbokam yi gise, the next minute, ñu discourage ko from becoming a journalist. He's not working there. He's only doing little raba-raba. Lila munta understand. That may frustrate sometimes. I'm here trying to build the capacity of the young people, trying to train the young people, trying to train the young people, trying to employ the young people. The 25 or more young people I employ are actually young people who would have been on the streets smoking marijuana and using other drugs, engaged in criminal activities and gangs and stuff, destroying lives and properties of people. Our sisters could have been used by men. Ñu leen a tëddoo, di leen foye, di leen biiral. Now we bring these young people. If you look at Gambian talents, including the coverages we have this morning, mostly what you will see there is young people. 100% the institution is managed by young people. Right now, am nañ mag yu ñëw di ñu join di def programs in our midst, like Ustaz Mohammed Khan, Al Bashir, ak Uncle Dam Diouf, and others. But it is young people who are constantly bringing you the content that you enjoy seeing on Gambian Talents. Most of these young people start as interns. They come with zero knowledge, little or no knowledge about media work, about journalism. Ñu bari ci ñom computer sax musuñ ko tiyé, ñu ñëw am pour jangal leen ni ñoo opérer computer, jangal leen naka la ñoo éditer, li ngeen a gis yépp ñu ko present on Gambian Talents. It is these young people who are actually bringing you this. Ñu musuta am ben experience. Ñi demoon back way ñu delloo ci leen wala ñu ñibi you drop out of school, talk for 1, 2, 3, 4 years and are not doing anything. You jeexal school talk between 1 to 13 years. Am na ku nekk Gambian Talents koo xam ne jeexal na school 13 years jàpput ci dara, nothing. Jigéen ñi nga xam ne seen family forcé woon nañ leen wala ñoom seen boppa sëy nañ ci seen coobere boppa, they went ahead at the end of the day and they had issues in their marriages. They lost hope and think it's the end of the world for them. They had quit school earlier, by woon nañ school, they became dropouts, and we give them life. We give them hope. We bring them to our platform and train them to actually be able to become journalists, to become videographers, to become graphic designers, to become to study marketing and public speaking. And we are glad to say that we have trained a lot of young people who are now in other media houses, both local and online media houses. Ñoo xam ne never had any opportunity. This is something that we are very passionate about. This is something that we want to do, and the government should support us in this process. This is a zero budget internship. Li ma leen a wax is not a joke. There is no money coming into this. Barki Demba lama accountant bi wala finance officer bi mujjee wax ne amul lum fayé gaay salary, time corona lañ nekk, amul dara luy dugg ci fofu ci xaalis. Barki Demba lama accountant bi wax lolu, Binta Cissé, and I'm supposed to send in their salaries. Su weer dee biñ commencé lii ba tey amul benn weer bu dee benn young person bu nekk foofu no mata liñ la jox ma caat lum ndaw ndaw weer dee by the 29, the 30th or the 31st te jotuloo sa check. And this is something man say Santa Yala bu baax. I've been saying it. I need the support of the government and every Gambian pour ñu jàppa si. Now su si government bi jàpputee, su si ñu bari jàpputee, ma continuer di def. Definitely suñ ma joxutee xaalis, suñ joxutee ndaw yi xaalis, suñ ñu lefinutee, the least that can happen mooy ñu frustrate these efforts. The least that can happen mooy ñu frustrate these efforts. Ñu ngee jàppale ndaw yi, and it is paying off. Watch these young people that come to Gambian Talents. From first day they come there to the last day that they leave, or when they are still here. 6 months down the line, you see them improve big time. I got this testimony all the time from the young people themselves and from people who are actually watching and following Gambian talents. Yenang lena topa bay len xel. Sheriffo mi ma lena wax ni. Bay len ko xel setan len video bi tay lim def. Ngeen setan ko 6 months time ngeen send that Sheriffo will be at the same level. You will see big changes in him. Big changes. You will see him doing a lot of things in a very professional way. We will teach him the ethics. We will teach him the code of conduct. We will teach him the journalism skills. We will teach him the morals. We will teach him all the things that he needs to know, or most of the things that he needs to know. Tools him soxla, basic tools him soxla pour def liggéey bi ci nim ko wara defé dinañ ko ko jangal. Now please, the government of the Gambia, don't frustrate our efforts. We are here to complement your efforts. We are the 4th estate. Within 1.5 years, get frustrated, singing arrest 3 of our people. 3. Within 1 year, 1.5 years, singing arrest 3 of the young people I'm training. Ibrahim Jambang was first with the president's entourage, and he didn't do anything wrong. Jambang did not do anything wrong as far as we are concerned. The government promised to investigate that until this minute. Dara genuti. Dara. Jambang mumu. Lim xam ci training ci media. Filam ko xamé ci Gambian Talents. Right now, Ibrahima Jambang mumu mu nga fele ca Block TV. Mu nge liggéey fofu. Bi mo ñew Gambian Talents. He has 0 experience with television. 0 experience. Right now, Ibrahima Jambang is working with Block TV. Thanks to the training he had from Gambian Talents. Ngene na nge investigate lol dara xewut ci. Dara xewut ci. Lima wax lu leer la. Suma waxe ñu bari na ma Pa Ousmane li nga rewa dafa set da nga too confident. I am confident because what I'm saying is the reality. I am making a lot of efforts. Dama gena ñew pour tok ci suma moto bi ni pour def video bi because it is 9 a.m. in the morning. Suma xale ya nge dem school. They are going school online. Each of the kids has to be in a separate room. Munuma nek ci biir neeg bi di wax ni ma waxe ni di disturb xale sen classes. But it's very unfair to me and the young people that I'm training. It's very unfair that they have to go through, that we have to go through this process. Honestly, it's very unfair. Nguur gi dama soxla pour ngeen jàppale ma. Nguur gi dama soxla pour ngeen jàppale ma. I'm getting a lot more emotional. I barely sleep at night coaching these young people. Taking a lot of risk. If you know the amount of money involved, if you know the amount of money involved in running a media house and training young people, Gambians didn't jàppa ci lii. Young people have different stories. Different stories. When they come to me, jaaxle, tiit. Some of them went through a lot of trauma. Just last week, I interviewed a lady who returned from the back way, has a child, Mungi Jahale, Amotilum Japa. I'll be bringing her on board very soon. By next week, we are bringing a new batch of interns. We are mostly covering human interest stories. These young people are very passionate and willing to learn. There is no opportunity for them in the country. None whatsoever. Demba, 5 boxes of items. 5 boxes. La yone lu aga Gambia Demba. On a daily basis, you continue to see improvement on this platform you are watching me from. On a daily basis, you continue to see professionalism. On a daily basis, you continue to see how we are improving with the content that we are providing. This is a fact. By the 1st of this month, we are bringing 20 young people on board. I have already, together with Fatsamba, interviewed over 30 of them. We have over 100 and something applications sitting on our desk every single time. We can only bring in 20 or 30, depending on the period. Because of the coronavirus, we will only bring 20 of them. We have interviewed over 30 already. My effort should not be frustrated. All Gambians, maa ngi leen a ñaax ngeen jàppa si rawatina nag nguur gi nga xam ne seen responsibility la. I am spending a lot of time, energy, money and resources to make this happen. Call leen Binta Cissé ngeen laaj ko weer bi deena jamono corona lañ nekk amut lum fayee gaay salary. This is not a joke. Media houses yu bari ñu ngeen lay off seen nit yi in Gambia. Liggéeykaay yu bari ñu ngeen lay off seen nit yi. Kenn lay offuñ ko. In fact, dama even promote Aïssatou Diallo last month bele yokkal ko salaryam. As of this month, Aïssatou Diallo, one of the interns, is promoted. Who came in as an intern, who was hired as an intern supervisor, is now promoted to be a manager on at Gambian Talents. With a salary increase, this month, biñ nekk nii mooy nekk first salary bi nga xam ne daf ko receive bi mu amee promotion ak tey. Last month bi nii ma hire Adama Sow, hire Lamin Cissé. These were interns. They come during their 1 year time. Biñ fa nekk during the 1 year. Before ñu jeexal, we promise them if they are promising and they are good and delivering and they are following directions and doing all the things that we expect from them, ñu gis a future in them, we retain them and we hire them. Last month, I hired Adama Sow, I hired Lamin MCC. Adama Sow moomu video bi ngeen gis Fatou Samba nekk ak the first lady, Adama Sow moo jël video boobu noonu. Am na documentary buñ produce boo xam ne Bara la moom moo demoon Bara ak Fatou Samba pour interview xale yi nga xam ne dañ return from the back way gaal gi capsize on in Mauritania last year ki ñoo wax Keba Top moom la gaay demoon interview next week Saturday lañ war a play that documentary. All these days li ngeen a seetaan si National Assembly bi yëpp Lamin MCC miñ haya es moo nekk di jël loolu moom moo nekk si National Assembly bi. He's the one at the TRRC doing the live coverage di leen indi li xew si TRRC bi. I don't want my efforts to be nullified. I don't want these young people to be frustrated. Guy frustration biñ am dafa doy. They've been frustrated for lack of employment, for lack of opportunities, for lack of anything for them si dëkk bi. Li tax ñu bari si ñoom embargo on the country to back way. This coming Wednesday, I have a team that I sent to Ziguinchor. demuñ fa uti dara lu dul benn Gambian brother ku bokkoon ci gaal googu ñu am bu capsize on Mauritania mu dellu si waat according to him démb laa jógee wax ak moom pour confirm ak moom. This young man is currently in Ziguinchor out of nothing but desperation and frustration. He went to the back way because of desperation amut ci lum jàppa ñu seen gaal gi suux moom mu rëcca si gaal gi. He came back. How a mental problem. He had to go to Ndofane and stay there for a month or two. Muhawa were delusi what to the Greater Banjul area. He was in Bara. Nothing was working for him. He went to the Combos. Nothing was working for him. Because of frustration, Bobo, this young person has to go. According to him, they have a road that is supposed to be built. Journal Kita make everything. Look for employment. Pour liggéey bi nga xam ne moo war a door foofu noonu muy Hakalang road bi président Barrow war a inaugurate nii apply na foofu liggéey jëluñ ko pour liggéey desperation ak frustration ak xel mu xaw a jaxasoo moo tax ndaw bi daw dem Casamance toog foofu dem Ziguinchor toog fa. I'm sending a team this coming Wednesday ñu dem Ziguinchor pour dem document ko to document his story from there koko ngi desperate amut ci lum jàppa tax mu dem toog foofu. These are the type of things that we are doing. This is how we empower people. Keba Top mi ma leen a wax nii ñëw na get frustrated started doing his gardening kenn feature wut ko kenn talut ko kenn amut time am. I sent a team there to go interview Keba Top, to go showcase his story, to go show us what he is up to. The next minute, Legi, I see all media houses going there. All media houses. You get them fufu. This is something we are proud of. That's why when some of you say Gambian talents dangen buy sen law, dangen neka fi di promote talent wala tap talent. Who said music rek moy talent? Who said music rek moy talent? We are still doing what we do for the musicians. We have expanded it to tap, nurture, and promote Gambian talents and skills and culture and tradition. Exposing the work of Keba Top. Exposing the work of a lot of talented Gambians. As we speak tomorrow, there is a program going on. Artisi Reumi, Waikati Reumi, Chun Geweli, New Barisi Nyom don't have anything going on for them. When coronavirus started until this minute, they are all sitting home. They reached out to several media houses in the country. Everyone, according to them, closed their doors to us. When they came to us and told me they want to have a virtual fundraising to be able to support themselves. Yena ngay gis advert yo yep ñu ngay daw on our platform on a daily basis. We are doing it for free of charge. We are investing our resources. We are interviewing them. We've made a commercial for them. We are communicating with them through a WhatsApp group and putting together all the logistics. Now, every role that the government is supposed to play on that project is at a standstill. Lu bari lu ñoo def lu nguur gi am loxo nguur gi waroon a bail out artists yi nguur gi leen waroon a jàppale somewhat because of coronavirus nguur gaa ngi tëj everything. When the whole world has opened their market, when the whole world has opened their economy, aduna bi yëpp accept nañ ne coronavirus is here to stay. Ñun suñ nguur gi continue di tëj place yi continue di tëj béréb bi continue to not provide any opportunities for the people. Now when those people think of something dañ bugg a def a programme through the NCAC, which is the National Center for Arts and Culture. Cheikh Omar Diallo moo nekk ci groupe boobu represent fa nguur gi wax ne dina provide venue for this event toog ba last minute provided anything ba 2 weeks ago lañ mujjee decide ne nañ ko defee somewhere Ablaye Mbaye am pour jox artiste yi venue ñu war koo defee ci kër Ablaye Mbaye. He does not comment or participate in anything. As we speak, Uncle Jali Matar mu ngee dem every single day to the police because right now it is illegal to def any of those type of activities. Ñu dem kër lay mbay defee fa programme bi play for music gaay def live band performance ñu yónni góor gi mbuuba gaayam yi ñoo bokk leen yóbbu leen ñoom ñëpp téye waat leen. Don't be surprised. Until this minute we don't have a permit to do that event. Yena ngi teg nit yi amuñ luñ lekka gaaya ngi yaakamti buga luñ lekka buga luñ toppatoo luñ dundalee seen njaboot ñu buga use seen talents ak seen skills pour actually do a programme ngeen bañ leen a jox permit. Until this minute Jali Matar is going back and forth to the police station In fact, meeting boobu laa doon war a am tey when I got this call that Sheriffo is being arrested. As we speak, Jali Matar, Mam Demba Cissé ak some of the other people ñu ngi foofu ci suma office. Di am meeting ak ñoom Pa Oma di am meeting ak ñoom kii nii di am meeting ak gars yi. Sheriffo moo ma nekk di call noonu wax naa leen ne dañ ko war a bàyyi most likely nañ ko. So I will end the video soon to talk to him, and whatever it is, the final conclusion, I will get back to you guys and let you know. I will tell him to do a video to actually send to me that I will upload so that you see that he's been released and everything. Elect, if you hear today you arrest Sheriffo, elect RTC joke fipu def all logistics jënda liñ war a jënda put together all logistics di leen yaakaar every day ngeen leen a wax tey ëllëg yéen a close economy bi amuñ ci luñ jàppa ñu ne dañoo def online fundraising dem si state broadcaster bi GRTS bañ na duñ leen jox opportunity according to them di leen charge 40% of what they would have made. ñu ñëw Gambian Talents ñu jox leen this platform for free of charge, provide all logistics, ñu fere si alel jail sound system, put together the logistics, all the things that need to be done. Apply for a permit. But they don't have the permit. Like I said, Jali Matar is there in the office right now. You get strategize as to the way forward. Whether then you go ahead with the event or not. They apply for a permit. We are not opening this event to the public. It is just ñoom géwél yi ñoom woykat yi ak band yi ñu def seen performance ñun ñu broadcast ko stream ko live, people calling and pledging money to support them. Ku nekk nag necessity is the mother of invention. Ku nekk lu nekk sa diggante survival danga ko faagaagal nga dem. Ñii ñu ngi xiif ñii ñu ngi toog ñii amuñ luñ lekk amuñ ci luñ jàppa dara nothing. You are not giving people a stimulus check. Nekkulen di jox nit ñi unemployment benefit. Nekkulen di jox nit ñi any type of benefit. Ñooñu come up with an idea pour benefit seen boppa ngeen jël bunta boobu tëj. If they decide they're gonna go ahead with it, we will cover it. Su ko defee ngeen arrest ñooñu tamit ne dañ jalgati loi dañ break loi. Jox leen gaay luñ lekka. Jox leen gaay a package of some sort. Jox leen gaay some incentives. Have a grant for them or something. Now, if they are to do this event tomorrow, the next minute, you arrest them. Ne dañ jalgati loi. Te follow nañ due process. Wax nañ leen ne dinañ am toppa social distancing. Wax nañ leen ne dinañ wear mask. They will try their best to follow all the regulations and guidelines. But the event is not open to the public. It is just the performance. Anybody ku ko bugg a seetaan na ko seetaan online. Xanaa loolu kay yomb na yàlla pour ngeen war a joxe permit. You want to make that hard. Ngeen jéggal ma ci jooy yi ma jooy. I am very passionate because I know the effort that I'm putting in this. I know the time I'm putting in this. I know the money that I'm putting in this. I know how desperate a lot of these young people who come to me are. I know sometimes some of them even need therapy. Psychologically, something is bothering them. Something is wrong with them. Now, if I'm giving them that opportunity, put distract them from those challenges, from those problems, from those thoughts of xale jigéen ñi pour ñu dem di leen foye di leen caxat-caxatee just to give them a little bit of xale yu góor yi pour ñu mun a nekk di def bañ a nekk di def banditry stuff yu fi bandi and stuff. The least that we expect from the government and the authorities is to support us. The least we expect from Gambian people is to support us. maa ngi leen a ñaax ngeen jëlee ci xamee li understand ne young people bi ngeen a gis Gambian Talents ñu ci bari ay trainees lañ. They start as trainees. And when you see them the first day versus when you see them 6 months, 8 months, 1 year time, it's usually very different. So kon maa ngi leen a ñaax pour ngeen understand loolu and ngeen support Gambian Talents. Yéen ñiy déglu di ñu seetaan mun ngeen ñoo support by donating to us. Lépp lu ngeen def dafa dem towards supporting the institution and these young people. comme ni ma leen ko waxee weer bi ñu nekk amuñ luñ fayee gars yi I have to pay them out of pocket here I have to pay them from here weer dee na and they don't have salary nekkuma di leen lay off nekkuma di leen dog pour ñu stay kër kon képp ku si mën a jàppa ma ngi laa ñaax nga jàppa si 7833524 is the number to dial if you have any support you want to give us. Send it to the name of Binta Cisse suñ finance officer bi or Fatou Samba Binta Cisse or Fatou Samba 7833524 su fekkee ne da nga ko bëgg a def online through Facebook fi ngeen ñoo seetaanee nii $5 a month mun ngeen koo contribute. Next to the comment section, you can gis a green button with a love sign. So you can click dina len yobu to a secured link where you can contribute to us with $5 a month. Dina strengthen the capacity of the institution. Mun ngeen ñoo jox stars su ngeen a seetaan suñ video bi. Mun ngeen a share videos yi ak pictures yi ak everything that you see on Gambian Talents. Nation building is a concerted effort. We complement each other's effort. Ku nekk fu mu ne nga jàppee fa. Mooy tax dëkk bi dem kanam. Nguur gi nag ñu ngi leen a ñaax ñoom seen bopp ñu def ci seen loxo dem nañ through all government agencies from youth National Youth Council Lamin Mo Kendo Dabo duma bàyyi my friend we have reached out to him moom the highest person am meetings with them ñu wax ak ñoom ñu wax ñu rëy ba tey jii dara nothing came out of our meeting with them and ñoom ñooy the body of the government ñu nga xam ne ñoo responsible ndaw yi ñuy compliment seen efforts the youth empowerment project mooy the EU funded project boo xam ne ñoom ñoo ko def dem nañ ba mit ak waa EU ñu rifaa ñu back to yep nañu dem leen they were very impressed with what we do dem leen dem nañ yëpp submit nañ ay proposal waxtaan nañu ñëpp including seen boss si boppam Madam Jallow Fatou Jallow she knows these things it's not something I'm making up if you know her ask her she will tell you I have reached out I have cut my sleep to meet with them to have discussions with them tey si suba rek laa jógee am that discussion thank you Fatmata Sankung Jabi for giving us those stars tey si suba at 3 a.m. laa jógee am meeting man ak Fatou Samba with the UNDP in the Gambia, who are very impressed with what we do. They will almost refer us to the government entities like the Youth Empowerment Project. Binga xamne ñom ñu ko support. Yep, close their doors up to the last person, meet nañ different people, submit different proposals, knock on different doors, ñu tëj seen buntay for us. The last meeting we had was with Ablai Baji, ki nga xamne moy seen communication officer bi ak seen boss Madam Jallow. Nothing came out of it to support this project. ñoom ñoo amee banxaas yi nguur gi ñoom ñoo amee projet yi am EU bi ask Mokendo Dabo of the National Youth Council we had meetings with them nothing came out of it ask Nedi mit nañoo ñoom nga xam ne ñoom ñoo amee small enterprise ci dëkk bi ñii ñooy government entities yi nga xam ne ñoom ñoo responsible the welfare of young people empowering young people building the capacity of the young people providing opportunities for young people and stuff knock nañ on all of these doors nothing came out of it knock nañ on bunta yépp local government ak federal government any bunta we can nothing come out of it moo tax the last time when we are accused of taking money from Rohim Malik Lo, we reach out to different municipalities and different foundations and organizations in the country pour ñu jàppale project bi ñoo def. This is gone beyond Pa Usman. And that was when Rohim Malik Lo Foundation donated us $20,000 is one time when the corona just started. We are not ashamed to say that. We mentioned it. We covered this thing live. That was used ne daf ñu nekk dañ nekk on her payroll mu ñoo fay every month 20,000 nagaay laajte loolu ba xam ndax loolu am la so maa ngi ñaax Gambians yëpp pour ngeen support si individually su si nguur gi jàppee ñu ngi leen a ñaax pour ñu jàppa si dañ ci war a jàppa ndax liñ waroon a def ñun loolu la ñoo complémenté duñ ci stop dinañ continuer di ko def ndaw yi su ngeen leen gisee ñuy present programmes understand leen ne ñii ay ndaw yuy jàngaleñ su ngeen leen gisee first day lépp luñ def ñu make si mistake su ngeen ñu ko waxee wala ngeen wax ko su ngeen ko bindee si comment si ñoom dañ ko dee gis te dama ko dee bring to their attention and we teach them and they continue to improve on that noonu la ñoo def ba mokkal dañoo jànga so let's encourage them maa ngi leen a gërëm di leen santa I will call Sheriffo back to see where he is maa ngi leen a bëggee di leen gërëm di leen santa seen déglu bu rafet ak seetaan bu rafet I'm glad ne finally release nañ Sheriffo I mean on bail nee na provide press card am bi hopefully he will be able to lifin press card bi defar nañ ko ba pare ba yónnee ma ko already and I am actually going to send it to him and them so that ñu jox ko at the end of the day pour mu mun ko use this is not a joke du loo xam ne yëfi caaxaan la it's something loo xam ne we are very passionate about comme ni ma ko waxee rek we continue to support young people and empower young people defar nañ press card am bi ba pare we'll give it to him su dee ñu ne mu joxe press card su ko defee ñu bàyyi ko press card bi pare na ba pare ndax at the end of the day I will be sending it right now to them so that they will close his case benn yoon maa ngi leen a bëggee di leen gërëm di leen sant thank you very much for watching and jërë ngeen jëf